at the Adams River at Chuchuk Park, and we have Bernice about to tell us the story of Coyote and the Great Feast of Salmon.
A long time ago, in the Secwepemcúlecw, Coyote was out gathering all the salmon because it was fall time and the salmon had returned. He had gone out with his dip net and he was harvesting his salmon. He would catch his salmon and he would bring them back. He would prepare all his salmon and he would hang them up on the drying rack. And he was so proud of himself because he had worked so hard to get all the salmon, and he had an abundance. He had extra salmon, so he wanted to share that with the other animal people in his village. And so he hollered to the animals, "Bear, squirrel, come here. I have something to tell you."
Ooh, what's happening?
Well, Squillex, I have gathered so many fish here today that I want to invite you to a big salmon feast.
Whoa, I'm excited.
And Squirrel.
Oh, Excheck, he's pretty excited too. He wants to be in on the feast.
So Excheck and Squillex were invited to the big feast as well as other animals. And they had gone, and Coyote said, "We'll have it when the sun goes down on the west side in the supper time, and come back and we will have a big feast." All that day the animals disappeared. All that day Coyote was so excited. He was running around and he was getting ready for the big feast, and he brushed up against the salmon and his hair would get caught in the dry racks and with the salmon, and he became angry. "Oh, that dumb salmon, it's getting all over in my hair," and it dropped to the ground. Well, Coyote just went about his business, and the salmon started coming back to life, and there the salmon started to move towards the Adams River and swimming away, and Coyote was hollering, come back, salmon." But the salmon did not come back and kept going towards the river and jumping in to the river. Coyote was so upset. He went back to his camp. And there were no salmon in sight. All the salmon were gone. And the animals came back. Squillex and
Yes, Chuck. We're ready to eat. We're hungry.
and there was no salmon.
Oh,
And the animals thought, because Coyote is known to be a trickster, that he was just playing another trick on the animals.
are you tricking us?
And Coyote did not have the great feast.
Oh, we're sad.
So that is the story of Coyote and the Great Salmon Feast. And so with that, you guys can come in a bit. With that, there are always lessons to the storytelling. And one of the lessons from the story is,
Respect the food that you harvest.
okay, and another one?
Always respect what you take. Don't take more than you need, and don't waste.
Don't waste. And as you're doing things, do things in a good way. So with that, I would like to say, Cook's Jachum.
Cook's jam.
Cook's jam.
Thank you.